Hello, my name is Deaconess Lauren Nelson, and I'm coming to you on behalf of our Young Adults Auxiliary, or as we like to say, YA. YA is the newest auxiliary in the House of God Church, and I currently serve as our Connect Group leader for our ministry and marketplace. We are excited about our new website and the fact that it will give us a platform to connect with young adults across our church. We'll be able to hear from our leader and others across the church. We are excited that you can get fresh, hot content from us on this website. We look forward to connecting with you.
Welcome, my name is Kevon Singleton and I serve the International Stream Team. We are so excited about the launch of our website on December 6th, HOGConline.org. Starting on December 6th, all of our content will now be streamed straight to our website. All your favorite videos will be there too. If you're looking for ways to serve in the church, you can also serve the International Stream Team. We are always looking for ways to get more people involved with our team. With that being said, if you're looking for resources to help your church's media department, it can be found right here on the website. Webinars and tutorials will be shared straight to our website so we can bring all our church's media teams on board with us. Finally, if you would like the stream team to come to your event, you can send us a message straight on the website for us to join you.
All right, we are excited. I've said that word a number of times. Excitement and enthusiasm is what I could best use to describe what's going on right now as far as the level of intensity as it relates to launching this brand new site. We've got a few folks that are coming on to join us now. I think Councilman Delvin Moody, who is the youngest elected official in the state of New York's history. We're excited about him joining us. And then Harvey Shaw, Deacon Harvey Shaw, out of Detroit. He's going to be joining us, representing a myriad of departments as well. And so you both can unmute. Let me start with you, Councilman Moody, Reverend Delvin Moody. You were the lead design engineer for this website. Tell us what the process was like, and just really kind of share some things that we really need to know as it relates to what we should look forward to with this brand new website.
Yeah, so while all of this is happening, let me first thank Dr. Butler and certainly for the innovation of our chief overseer in his office to get this done. So with anything, as you know, websites is not easy work. The main thing is, how do we provide digitally an online home for all the logistical things that we want to get done. So you have to take into account the fact that we want to spread the gospel. We want a place to connect people. Simply put, we want a place of information, but if we can leverage technology in a way, and I'm real big on the digital aspect. That's why we're so big on the digital and social media with YA, and that's a shameless plug for the Young Adults Auxiliary, right? But you want to outfit a website that can do that, and so that was one of the challenges that we had there. But then it was an opportunity, not just all negative, right? But an opportunity for us to think and dream. And so some of the things which is interesting, doing a website for a national church, it means there's multiple campuses, multiple, subgroups. To be able to do a website gave us the ability to dream. And so some of the things that you will see on the website, I won't share it all tonight, but things like, for example, a press office.
Oh, no. We're going to share it all tonight. In just a few moments. It's going live. We're going to share it all tonight.
Yeah. So
go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No. Things like a press office, things like HOGC.TV, all of that came from us dreaming through the lens of a website and looking at the capacity of what we have. So things like a national newsletter. For the back end, we've developed a way for, like, we can even be more effective. So it's not just bells and whistles, but even developing some tools for the Supreme Executive Council and the bishops in the top tier leadership of the church. They're even going to have a more user-friendly, if you will, experience with how they do their business. So this investment, because it's not just an item, but this investment is really going to help us to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ allow us to connect people that have not been connected before, be a resource and a tool for local churches and dioceses that do not have a website. We can kind of give them a starting place with this website, with their own landing page, their own online home, and a way for people to connect with them on our page. And then the thing that I'm excited about is administratively to be able to do things like support the Supreme Executive Council, support the registration in the General Assembly online, and then, drum roll please, support the lodging, so that way that can be done online as well. So, I mean, this is a major thing that we're able to get done, and I'm excited about it.
That's awesome. Thank you for all the hard work that you put into this. Obviously, there was a team that you served with, both inside the church, because we have a number of gifts inside the church, but as well as partnering with other entities and software platforms outside to make this happen. So kudos to your team. One of the teams that we had to partner with was Deacon Shaw. Harvey, as we call him, he's been working with media for a number of years. You all mostly see him as a musician, but without the work that he's been doing behind the scenes with media and even back in the day with DVD technology, et cetera, we wouldn't be able to archive for a historical perspective all of the things that we are going to be sharing both today and in the months to come. So Deke, first of all, Merry Christmas. How are you, sir?
Hey, I'm doing great, you guys. Doing very well.
That's wonderful. Thanks for joining us. What are you looking forward to most when we launch the site here in a few moments?
Well, I'm really excited. And one of the reasons why I'm excited, we have so many young musicians around our dominion. Just to name a few: Shay Allen from Connecticut, Terrell Keynes from New York, Dominique Collins from East Coast of Florida, Isaiah Barnes from New Jersey, Trent Jones from West Coast of Florida, Gloria Head from Ohio. Some of these names we will never get to hear otherwise. Yeah. So this is an opportunity and a platform for us to present these up and coming, and many, many more up and coming musicians from around our dominion. So that's why I'm excited. That's
awesome. Thank you for mentioning those great musicians and the many others that will be highlighted Absolutely. Through the platform of HOGConline.org. Going back to you, Delvin, what was one of the biggest challenges with regards to moving forward with this website?
I would say what to add and share, or really this: how do you categorize things in a way that is user friendly? We can put a ton of information on the website and just inundate it with documents, resources, names of folks you don't know, who pastors in West Timbuktu, and all of that stuff is important. But the big thing is, how do you put it on the website where the people who want that information know where to get it, but the folks that just want to look at a video of us shouting and glorifying God in the General Assembly can get that as well. And so navigating between those two markets, the user aspect, the but the enjoyment element of the things that we love about church that make us who we are, navigating that. How do you package that? How do you categorize that? And then it would be easy if it was for one church. We're doing this for a multi mega ministry denomination. And so that was an interesting aspect. And then knowing how to, with any project management, what you can get done for a launch date, right? And what will grow, and build in time.
That's awesome. So Councilman Moody, you can stay with us if you desire, but I know that you've got the launch that's about to happen here, and there's a couple of buttons that are going to be pushed. So if you've got to step off, you're welcome to do so. I do see that the business manager for the House of God Church has just joined us. So we're going to ask her a couple of questions in just a minute. But before we let Deacon Shaw go, Harvey, you all are doing some tremendous things in Detroit around the Dominion, around the organization, people are doing some tremendous things. We're able to see a lot of what you all do through social media, et cetera. And so one of the beauties of the upcoming website launch is to be able to highlight what's going on around the Dominion. And so I just want to ask you, while you're here, you all just had the Grammy Award winning, members of the Grammy Award winning Clark sisters with you all at your church there. What were you all celebrating? What was that all about?
This was just a simple service from our pastor celebrating the members of Joy Road, appreciating them.
Wow.
We have appreciation for pastors, we have appreciation for musicians, but not a lot of times we have appreciation from the members of the House of God Church. So this was that experience.
That's awesome. Thank you for all that you all are doing. Thank you for what you're doing. And Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to you and your family. Thank you so much, Harvey.
Amen.
Our business manager is on the line, Elder Tammy Robinson Butler. Thank you so much for joining us. How are you, ma'am?
Doing great. How are you doing, Dr. Butler?
I am doing great as well. Thank you again for joining us. I know you're getting ready for the Christmas season and all that entails. And so, let's just jump right in. You have been a part of facilitating all of the teams that it took to make this website happen, and you have seen a preview. In just a few moments, the buttons are going to be pushed for us all to see what you've already seen. What are you looking forward to most with this new website, HOGConline.org?
I'm just so excited about the modernization of the website, from where it was to where it is in its future state that is going to be coming to us. I love the fact that it's very interactive. Very bold and inviting. You want to engage when you click on the website. I like the fact that if people are traveling and want to make sure they can plug into an HOGC, that they can go to the site, find their respective state that they might be in, and be able to navigate to get to a local church that they might not have been able to get to otherwise. And then I also like some of the administrative functions, of course, as the business manager, where we're going to be able to provide some special access for members of the Supreme Executive Council to be more prepared and organized based on how we're going to catalog files and the like going forward.
That's
I think
awesome.
It's a great way to just showcase the church and everything that we're doing. And so very excited about the work that this team has done.
That's awesome. So I've got a easy question, a hard question, let you get back to work. Here's the hard question for you. You also run as the CEO, the president, CEO, and founder of a very successful business that has been highlighted by the White House and others, headquartered there in Indianapolis with about 200 employees, doing a myriad of services from fiscal management to diversity services and so many other things. How are you able to manage all that you're doing there, headquartered in Indianapolis, but then also serve our church?
Well, as the chief overseer often says, no person can do these things except God be with us. And so that's how we get it done. And we know that as we serve him, he lifts us. And this is where my joy comes from, and the energy that I get to be able to do those things, walking in the humility, knowing that it is for the uplifting of others that may not know Christ at the end of the day.
That's awesome. All right, here's the easy question for you. What do you plan to get your favorite brother for Christmas? Now, I want you to think about that. I know that he hasn't asked for anything, but some of the stuff that we're going to be doing on the website, particularly with the youth and the young adults, we're going to have a little bit of fun because we want it to be interactive, and it's going to be daily updates, HOGConline.org. So why not kick it off on launch day with a little fun? Now, what are you planning to get your favorite and only brother for Christmas?
Oh, it has to be some University of Alabama gear.
I love it. I love it. Roll Tide. Roll Tide. Merry Christmas
Tide.
to you. Look forward to seeing you a little later on. And thanks for all you do for our church.
Oh, thank you so much. Same to you. Thank you for all that you've done to bring this to fruition. It takes a vision, and you always have one. Have a
Thank you.
great rest of your evening.
Thank you. You as well. God bless.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, so there you have it. We are excited about the launch. We've got special guests coming up, and we've got video promotionals talking about what this is all about. We couldn't do it without you. Those of you that are watching from wherever you're watching from, go and kick the tires, as they say, on this brand new website. Send us your suggestions / your feedback on how we can improve it, because it's going to be updated and enhanced daily to make certain that you've got the greatest experience you can as a hub / depot for all that's going on around the church. It's HOGConline.org, HOGConline.org. We are counting down, and we're going to see who else might be able to join us as we are getting prepared for the launch of our brand new site. It looks like we've got State Elder William Carter, who is the presiding prelate of Tennessee, which we often call the headquarters diocese, where our headquarters is established, Nashville, Tennessee. And so it looks as though he will be coming on in just a minute. You can go ahead and unmute State Elder Carter. Okay, I think we have State Elder Carter, one of, as we would like to say, one of the younger prelates of our church, one of the newest presiding officers of our church over the Diocese of Tennessee. How are you, sir? Merry Christmas.
Doing great. Same to you. Happy holiday.
Thank you very much for joining us. We are preparing for the launch of our brand new website. You've had an opportunity to be one of those folks because of the responsibilities you have within our church to get a sneak preview, to take a look at what it looks like. Let me just ask, what are you looking forward to most with our new website?
I would say updated information. We had a decent website to begin with, and looks like we didn't have, I guess, the manpower in place to give us consistent updated information. So it's going to be exciting to have a team of people behind that so that we can get updated information, you know, about all of our churches and locations and everything. I was excited to be contacted and asked to provide some information about our local churches. I'm like, this is great. And so to have the updated information is going to definitely be paramount for me.
That's awesome. Now, since you brought it up, what are you all doing there at the headquarters band, where you pastor, as well as in the Diocese of Tennessee? What's the latest going on there as you all are getting ready for Christmas and 2022?
Well, it was very exciting to work together to get our young adults mobilized. I'm very excited about that. It started at the national level, and I said we want to do the same here in our diocese. And so locally, we started a award for our young adults specifically. And we've been giving them projects to do, and they have been blowing it out of the park. They did a great job taking over the ministry with COVID regulations. They took care of that on a weekly basis. Also with the fall festival that we had, they planned that. They're planning our holiday celebration next week, and week after next, I think. But we're really excited about them working, and they've partnered with the other sister churches to reach out and work together. You know, having some camaraderie among that age group so that they don't feel alone and that they feel empowered to work in the local churches. And there are key people leading in each area. We've been in contact with our regional directors as well, who's looking to come to our state assembly and meet with them. So we're excited about empowering that wing of our church organization.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that information. If you're in the Nashville area, or in the greater surrounding areas of Nashville, we'd love for you to join us. What's the address there at the local church?
2005 West Hyman Street, Nashville, Tennessee, 37208. 2005, yeah.
West Hyman Street, Nashville, Tennessee. You're going to get some great singing. State Elder is an award-winning author, songwriter, musician, so many accolades, but he's also a profound preacher of the gospel of Jesus Christ. And so we're excited, and we see that Dr. Evans is joining us now from Palaca, Florida, and the West Coast, also the Diocese of Jamaica, and so many other spaces where he also shares the gospel of Jesus Christ. And so as he's about to join, a state elder, so you're looking forward to updated information. And so what are some things particularly that you're going to be doing around the Christmas season with the church?
We're looking to get together and love on each other. It's been a rough year for a lot of people. And so we want to share some gifts and just celebrate, being in existence. We want to try to get together outside of the church setting that Sunday and watch our young people perform and just have kick back and kind of have a relaxing good time, socially distanced, of course. But we're looking forward to just sharing some gifts and sharing some love. Mm-hmm.
That's great. Dr. Evans, can you hear us? If you can, I'm going to ask you, both of you, some questions because you all are in a very unusual situation. Number one, in the last few years or so, it seems as though you have to be older. You have to be a senior citizen in order to be a bishop in any church. But in our church, it seems like, okay, once you're 70 years old or 80 years old, you all aren't anywhere close to that. And if my math is correct, you all are the two youngest prelates with jurisdictional responsibilities in our church. How does it feel to have that type of mantle of leadership on you at such a young age? Dr. Evans, you can chime in, and obviously State Elder Carter. You can go right ahead, Dr. Evans.
I apologize. I didn't hear your question.
That's okay. I was asking, you all are the youngest of the bishops, if I'm not mistaken. And so I was asking, how does it feel to have that type of leadership placed upon you externally? Because, you all aren't anywhere close to being senior citizens, number one, but then also internally within the church, because you're working with folks that are seasoned saints. They've been bishops and elders, et cetera, for decades. So what does it, how is it both externally and internally to have that type of leadership mantle placed upon you?
I honestly think being a bishop at a young age is a humbling experience, because when you look historically at the church, especially the House of God Church over the last 50, 60 years, as you just articulated, the bishopric rank is usually attained in your older age. But I was blessed, and God saw fit and favor with the chief overseer to elevate me to the office of bishop. It's humbling. Be honest with you, at times you feel as though you are inadequate, and maybe that might be the wrong term, but that's sometimes how you feel. But we know with the help of God and with the leading of God, we can do all things through Jesus Christ. So I would describe it as being humbling.
It's awesome. State Elder?
And not only humbling, but it's also an awesome experience. I think it's wonderful to be able to contribute to your organization at a young age, because it tells us younger people think differently than more seasoned people. I think bring a flavor and a variety to the table, especially because of our youth. Now, I don't know if I'm still a youth, but I'm 50. So maybe I'm in that mid area. I'm not certain the age of Elder Carter, but I'm 50, so I think I bring a flavor, a different way of looking at things. And I think one of the most important things you can do in Christendom and in the world is look at concepts and ideas from different vantage points.
Yeah. State Elder Carter, Bishop Mother Tate, Bishop Keith, Bishop Jenkins, they were in their 30s and 40s and 50s when they were leading the church. We often don't think about that because it seems as though it was so long ago. They must have been, 80 and 90 years old, but they were 30s and 40s leading our church as senior leaders. How does it feel in your particular position?
Man, I'm still figuring out how it feels. I'm so new to this. I certainly echo the sentiments of Dr. Evans. It's extremely humbling. I feel very fortunate and nervous at the same time to be given such a great platform and opportunity. I feel a responsibility to the younger leaders in our church organization to do this and do it well, in case there are naysayers who feel that because of age, it cannot be done. When I was in prayer about that, the Lord reminded me that I was saved at a young age. And while I may not be in the 70 bracket, I bring decades of experience to the table with the walk that I've had with the Lord. And I've got to pull from that and trust Him that if He called me to do this, that I will be successful. And just staying humble and staying prayerful and trying to have an ear that's attentive to the needs of the people and doing what I can to let them know that we care, we listen, and we're going to try and have that type of camaraderie building. It's an awesome experience already. And I'm prayerful that God will continue to do great things.
Thank you, sir. Bishop Dr. Evans, you all just celebrated, I believe, your 100th anniversary there at the church that you're the senior pastor of in Palaca, Florida, the House of God Church there in Palaca. First of all, congratulations on that.
Thank you. Thank you.
And so you've had an opportunity, because you sit on one of the boards, the Supreme Executive Council, to get a little bit of a preview of the website. We are moments away from launching our brand new website. And so I just wanted to know from your perspective, what are you looking forward to most? Obviously, there'll be new things linked to the website, including your 100th anniversary there at Palaca and so many other things connected to the diocese in which you are leading. What are you looking forward to most?
Well, first, thank you for the congratulations on our 100th church anniversary. As you said, the church here where I pastor, we've been in existence in this community for 100 years. And the Lord truly blessed us during that endeavor. And as I articulated to the congregation yesterday, we're now ready for the next 100 years. So I certainly thank you for that congratulatory comment. As we look at the new website that has been developed for the National Church, I did have an opportunity to browse it during one of our Supreme Executive Council meetings, and I think, honestly, it's aesthetically pleasing. I like the all-encompassing idea where you have every auxiliary with a page. You have every committee has his or her own page, and I like the idea where it's going to be branched out to the various dioceses of the House of God Church. I do like the intranet idea. I think I saw where there will be an intranet for internal purposes only. I think that's an excellent idea, so that the leadership of the church will have one central location to go and ascertain information as it relates to the national church without having to wait on snail mail and email. It's good to have one centralized location where you can find out information regarding the national church. I'm excited about it. I think it's a great idea. And what I saw, the little bit that I did see, it was aesthetically pleasing to my eye.
That's awesome. I'm going to let you all go. I know that you're preparing for everything that entails the Christmas season, as well as 2022 and watch night and 7 days fast. And this is just a busy season, in addition to, like I was saying, your personal lives and your families and what have you. So again, Merry Christmas to you. But before I let you go, so many people around the world are watching, folks in dioceses that you all have spoken in and served in. And so I just want to give you just a second or two just to say one last thing. I'll ask you first, State Elder Carter. One last thing to all the people. We know this has been a very difficult year for many. When you combine 2020 and 2021, it's been a very difficult year when you look at the church closures and COVID-19 and so many of the things that have broken our heart around the world. But the Christmas season is often one that's joyful. And so the church is trying to bring a little bit of a gift to connect us all with this hub called our website. What's one thing, I'll start with you, State Elder Carter, that you'd like to share with everyone just before you sign off as we're preparing for the launch?
Thank you. I would just like to remind everyone that we are one. We are together. We are united. Don't let COVID divide us spiritually. We can link together. We can continue to pray for one another and support one another. And that unity gives us strength in numbers. And sometimes we fail to tap into that because we feel isolated because of the miles or whatever. But the beauty of our church organization, one of the things that keeps us strong, I think, and keeps us going is the fact that we really are one big happy church family. And I think we should keep that in mind and just love on each other and appreciate each other and celebrate the fact that God blessed us to still be here in spite of it all. If you knew how many churches had to close their doors and sell their property, I'm talking mega churches that could not survive. And here, Little Keith Dominion is still going. I mean, we are tremendously blessed, and we've got something to thank God for, and our future is bright. And we want to see what God has in store for us in 2022. It's going to be amazing.
Amen. Thank you. Bishop?
Yes, if there was one idea, concept that I could leave with the listeners, it would simply be, it's good for us to be here. Despite all the things with which we have had to deal over the last 3 years, last 2 years, despite the death of any individual, despite the economy and the things with which we have had to deal, we look in retrospect and see where we are now. We can just say it's good to be among the living. God has spared all of us for some purpose. As we look forward to 2022, let us into that year looking for manifold blessings. Let us go into things for the Lord, looking for God to continue to move mightily among his people. I'm eternally grateful for all that God has done, and God still is in control. Now unto him who is able to keep us from falling. And if it had not been for the mercies of God, we would all be consumed. But thanks be unto God who giveth us the victory.
Amen. Amen. On that note, Merry Christmas to each of you and your families. Thanks for joining us for the launch of our brand new website, and thanks for all that you all do. God bless you both.
God bless you. Thank you.
We are excited and ready for the Chief Overseer to join us. So I'm going to try and see if we can get him tuned in now. Let's see. There you go. How are you, sir?
I'm doing fine. God bless. How are you doing this afternoon?
I'm doing well. Thank you for joining us. As you know, we are excited and preparing for the launch in just a few minutes of a brand new website. Now, this is a website that you asked for us to prioritize. And so we have done as much, and we are going to be launching it here in just a few moments. Can you let us know why you thought that this was such an important thing for us to do?
Well, I appreciate all of the hard work that the committees and the chief overseers before us placed on this effort and in this effort to bring us up to date. And we just needed to continue to catch up with where the world is heading at now and what the young people are doing now. And of course, as you think about our youth today and young adults especially, they are so far ahead of us. You think about your grandchild that might be around 8, 9, 10 years old. They know how to take your cell phone and get you out of trouble if you find something that you can't do. So the young people coming along now, they are so tech savvy. They are really up to date on what is going on, and the world is changing. The world is changing. There was a time that we weren't too concerned about the technology, but now we really must be concerned about the technology. You take a senior citizen like myself, where I'm just getting pretty comfortable with Facebook, and now everything else is out there. Talking to my grandsons the other day, and they said, well, granddaddy, nobody even watches the Facebook part now. We on, I think he said Snap the chat.
Snapchat, right.
All right, okay. And to let me know that if I want people to pick up on what we're doing in the house of God, that we got to use all of the social medias that we possibly can use that's doing the right thing. All of it has its aspects. And of course, with social media, you have to be very, very careful. As our late Chief Overseer, Bishop Fletcher, would say, social media is unforgiving. So we're going to try to use it in a way that God would receive the glory and that he would be glorified.
That's awesome. And, you know, you were often seen as a young bishop. We had an opportunity to talk to some of the younger folks and even younger prelates of the church earlier as we were talking about this website. You're on Facebook and Instagram and all of these things trying to connect. So you could consider yourself as a senior citizen, but you're doing some of the main things and same things that a lot of the younger folks are doing, young adults, college students, young professionals, young families, et cetera. Now you've seen the website. You've had an opportunity, from my understanding, the Supreme Executive Council and some of the folks that put the site together have had an opportunity to kind of do a little bit of a preview. What's one thing, maybe two if you want to give us that, but what's one or two things that you are looking forward to most with this new site?
Well, I think just being able to get God's word out in a way where it would be easier for people to get involved in what we're doing. We want the word of God to be exciting. We want the church work to be exciting. And so this new website is going to be so powerful. And I've seen part of the launch that it's going to be so powerful. It's going to get your imagination and your attention. And I'm hoping that the results would be, wow, you know, this is great. This is a huge advancement for the House of God Church.
That's awesome. Well, Chief Overseer, we're going to get you out of here. We know that you've got a number of things going on, including getting ready for Christmas and Watch Night and New Year. So thank you for taking some time. Also, thank you for your wisdom and vision and saying that, hey, this is something that we need to move our church forward. So here's an easy question for you. What are you planning on getting your son for Christmas?
My son he hasn't requested anything for Christmas, but he has requested so many things that would benefit our church when it comes to church growth. Things that we need in equipment and things that we need to improve on that would help the growth of the church. And that's where his interest is. He's concerned about soul winning. And so I'd like to give him one or two of those things that he asked me about that would help the growth of our church.
That's awesome, Chief. Thank you so much for everything that you're doing for our church. We know that you're praying for us. We're going to be praying for you as well. We hope that you have a great day. And just in case we don't do another Zoom live like this before Christmas, Merry Christmas to you. And I hope that you have a restful and blessed Christmas and New Year. God bless you, sir.
Thank you, and bless the house of God church. Thank you.